Hey tea heads, this is Don, Sam and Adrian here at Mayleaf Studios. It's Saturday night and we're about to set forth on a session of a tea that I know about, that's a new release, but these guys know very little about. They've just seen the leaf, so they kind of know, I hope you know what tea type it is, otherwise you're fired. What we're going to do today is something a bit different. Normally when we do release videos, we go through the full tasting and I give you the scope and give you all the information. With this video, I don't want to say too much about the tea, just because I think it's sometimes nice to come at a tea relatively blind, and I want to see how these guys approach this tea. We're going to be talking tasting notes, of course, but I also just want to explore character, because this is something that I talk about a lot. It's just trying to understand the character of a tea, trying to dispense with the ideas of, do I like it, do I not like it, you know, and more about just trying to understand it. Yeah. Because from that understanding, you build a personal relationship, and from that personal relationship, you then decide whether or not you want to be friends or not. Right?
Like I'm deciding with Adrian.
Yeah, they still. So it's only been like how many years? You're still trying to work it out. Yeah,
3, 4 years.
It's a slow burn. Slow burn with these two.
It has been 4.
It's been 3.
2.5.
Anyway, go on. Tell me what you think about this tea.
Is that why you think, like when you decide the tea, the character of the tea, when you look for it, is it what you think about when you design the artwork as well?
Yeah, so I'm not showing you the artwork because I don't want that to influence you as well. But of course, whenever we're tasting teas, we're trying to understand it. We're trying to understand the trees. We're trying to understand the producers. We're trying to understand the overall package of what it is, what this tea is about. And hopefully that character is strong, that character is consistent, that character is memorable. And then we try to infuse that, or inspire, the artwork is often inspired by that.
I'm trying to explain that to customers a lot of the time when they go and look at a poor tea and they say, well, but or a poor or age white tea or whatever this may be. And they say, okay, what does it taste like? Can I just go by the tasting notes? Like, yeah, you can go by the tasting notes, obviously, because they're written there, but also the design, the artwork is a given of what the character of the tea is. And people often ask me, what do you mean by character? And I was like, it's everything, not just what it tastes like. It's how you, the body sensation and how everything that it's encompassed in that tea can
absolutely
grasp it.
Yeah, and oftentimes we do put hints of tasting notes within the cover. So it is quite direct, but yeah, you're right. There's also a feel. There's the character of the in the case of pu'er tea, the animal and the setting and everything else. But you know, just trying to get deeper than just tasting notes. Obviously, we'll talk tasting notes, but like just trying to get a bit deeper. And what I'm hoping will happen here, it's a bit of a risk. But what I'm hoping will happen here is that we will agree on what the character is, and then once we talk, then we'll reveal more about the tea. So towards the end, we'll scope it and we'll talk about everything about the tea. So what type of tea do you think it is, first of all, Sam?
So white tea, maybe semi-aged. Okay. I think it's in the series of the Feather Maiden series, or maybe the Simple Dreams.
Okay. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's an aged white tea as well. You can see that it has really nice buds. It has really dark shomei, but at the same time it has green shomeis as well. So it could be, as Sam says, in that series of
Yunnan
whites from Yunnan. But at the same time, I see a lot of buds in there, so it can potentially be I don't want to say it because maybe it doesn't have enough buds in there, but it could be another J-Star? Like, surely not.
So your hunch is that it's part of the series from Feather Maiden,
the Yunnan
Floating
series.
Lotus.
Yeah, it looks most similar to Feather Maiden, more than Simple Dreams.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
So that range is teas that come from the Assamica variety, Yunnan, so white teas made from tea trees that are usually older tea trees that are normally reserved for making raw pu'er tea, right? But you're saying it could also be Fujianese white, possibly.
Yeah, because I'm looking at these nice buds. Because I don't remember those Yunnan having these many buds. But I wanna open it up and see if that's the case. I see less and less buds.
The smell off of this is green apples.
Nice.
Okay, we'll put it into a hot guy one, and then we can have a sniff.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting color palette for sure.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Definitely some darker leaves in here. But if it is from that series, then it's more likely to be fresh, right? Although we have had some browned ones before, haven't we? You're going for it, but you're taking it all from the top. Why are you taking it from the top and you're leaving the base?
Oh yeah.
You know, get the balance.
That's true. That's true. You're right.
Got to get the balance, man.
Yeah. The thing is, the brown leaves are two browns. Like you can see, the dark ones are really dark. So
Yeah. I think that's enough. I think you're good.
I think you're good.
I think you're good. And this is me talking. So we're going to put that here. All right. I'll be in charge of brewing.
Could be. My hunch, it could be Simple Dreams 3. That's just my hunch right now.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're thinking it's Simple Dreams 3? Yeah. This is not about trying to guess what it is, right? It's just, let's just come at it blind without trying to think about what it might be.
Okay.
And just taste it and see what you think of it.
Nice.
How are you guys doing? That's what I want to know. I want to leave a comment down below.
For Sam, yeah. What are you guys doing? What are you up to?
Yeah.
As you're drinking this, as you're watching this, what are you drinking? How's life? It might be in 5 years' time. It might be in 20 years' time.
Wow.
Who knows?
That's crazy. I love this guy one.
The pearls, yeah. It is. It's bling central, this guy one. You know what?
So nice.
We purchased these in, like a very few to sell. Yeah, because I think it is just stunning.
Yeah.
It's like looking into the cosmos, right? But they arrived and they were just not as good.
What?
Yeah, so I was like, nah, they're going back. We had a massive
Cheeky.
back and forth with the producer, and they hadn't put enough pearls in. It was like none of the, you see all this pearl stuff, right? All of these beautiful glinting mother of pearl. It was like one dot here, one dot there. I was just like, no, cheeky. Anyway,
but the inside I see is nice, real.
I mean, it's beautiful. That one is a beautiful one, but it's always the case, right? They send the sample and it's like, oh, and then you get the actual production and they're like,
all right, okay, go for it.
All right,
smell it.
All right, I am going to talk tasting notes, right? Because I think it's necessary.
Yeah.
But you go ahead and have first go at it.
It's very warm. Not because it's physically warm, but it's warming like you're lying on a pillow.
Okay.
Tasting notes.
She's straight into character. He's straight into lying on a pillow. This is good. We'll see if we can come up with a character for this tea.
Ooh. Braised asparagus.
Braised asparagus.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a lot of butter.
Yeah, so there's melted butter for sure. There is, I get rosehip. Rosehip cordial. I get, you know those supplements, like vitamin supplements? It's got a bit of a sort of vitamin sort of supplement note to it.
Like a calcium kind of.
The effervescent.
Effervescent, yeah. It's like got some effervescent vitamin drink, but I also get the iron drink that's with rosehip. Like there's a sort of, I think it's called Floridix. It's like an iron supplement drink. So it's got this fortified quality to it. But rosehip, dried raspberries for sure. There's fruits and a fortified note to it.
Yeah, cranberries.
More
fresh, maybe.
Yeah. I'm also picking up some oxidized pear, like a little bit. But again, it's like oxidized, almost like it's fortified. It's just moved a little bit from fresh.
Yeah, but also
It has a little bit of a funk.
A little bit of funk.
slightly, but like a mountainous funk, like fresh water.
Mm-hmm.
Smells
Fresh
like
Smells like fresh water. What do you mean by that?
no, a stream on a mountain in a funky forest.
Right, but it's definitely got that. It's definitely you smell the terroir, right? You smell the mountain.
Yeah,
You smell the talk of tea and the discussion of tea often is tea is essence of mountain, right? People talk about it like that. It's like all the rain comes down and the tea trees soak up the rain and and they soak up all of the atmosphere and the plants and the diversity, and it's distilled in the tea as essence of mountain. This smells like, seriously, like you are up in the mountains for sure.
Does it have like moss?
It has forest. I wouldn't say moss so much. It's got a lot of
But
the
it's sweet, yeah.
it's got a lot of the greenness of a forest, but then you've got all of those fortified notes. I pick up a little bit of yuzu as well in there as well,
Yeah.
like just a little bit of citrus, some citrus twangs as well. Okay, let's give this a rinse. You can use the fancy guy one
great,
and have a
call.
smell.
Well done.
I will feed the little.
Interesting that it's already quite dark just from the rinse.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, it went it went and changed. It went and changed, Anna. All those like fresh note went into all of that we just spoke, but baked. Like baked into like nice tarts, nice desserts, but but they're all bready.
Yes,
They're all bready desserts, like
the bottom of a cheesecake.
a little bit of
What
burnt,
the
a little bit
biscuity
burnt.
bit,
Yeah.
biscuity base.
Buttery.
But I'm also getting the milk of the cheesecake as well. I get like, I smell panna cotta. You know, that cooked milk with like a cherry like glaze on it, or like
definitely.
raspberry glaze on it.
Raspberry cherry glaze. It's there, yeah, like that
but
syrup.
over that cooked milk, like cooked.
Oh, I see what you mean now by
Cooked panna cotta. You know, the jellied milk.
I see what you mean by cook, because with froth milk in the tea house,
Yeah.
and sometimes if you boil it too much, it's like, which you're not supposed to do it, it smells like boiled milk.
Yeah, well, it's
That's what you mean.
custard,
That's a better
cooked
one.
milk, panna cotta,
wow.
cheesecake, cherry, raspberry.
Damn custard.
Yeah, and now I'm off of the pillow.
Yeah, you've woken up.
Right.
Yeah.
Time to get up, Sam.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sam is character building.
Wakey,
Good,
wakey.
Good, Sam, you're good.
Wakey, wakey, yeah.
So we're on the pillow, and then we wake up from the pillow. So it's kind of like a man that's just a person that just woke up like
There's definitely,
from a bed.
but go deeper. There's definitely a little funk in there as well. And there's a softness to it as well in terms of the aroma. It's not like, but there's a funk. There's a certain something in there that I don't want to sort of lead too much, but
To
I
me,
can
it's
smell
like-
a funk
To
in
me,
there.
it's like has a little bit of a coffee note.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. In what way? You mean some of those more natural coffees, more of the fermented coffee note,
Yeah, like
rather
the
than
one
just...
that we're doing with David, like
Yeah.
it's
An
just like
infused
whoa,
coffee.
like an infused coffee. Yeah,
Very fermented.
It has
Fermented,
that.
yeah.
Unwashed.
Unwashed, natural. A natural.
Let's talk coffee.
It's definitely got that.
That's a video for another day.
There's something else in there.
It's a herbaceous.
Don't
Fun.
say it. If it leads us, don't say it. Leave it
Let's
unsaid.
brew- we should
I'll leave
Yeah,
it
we should
unsaid.
brew it.
I'll
We
leave
should
it
brew it.
unsaid.
We should brew it.
Let's brew it. I'll leave it unsaid because I don't want to lead. But there's definitely
Well, like 17 minutes.
Something
Let's
else.
go. Brew, brew, brew.
so we're gonna brew at 99. We're gonna brew hot with this. Got to get to know it. So are we still thinking Yunnan or are we thinking Fujian? Yunnan Fujian.
Damn. I'm leaning more in Fujian now, just because of that smell. But taste will be key to understand.
What will be the thing that you'll be looking for as the determinant between Yunnan and Fujian?
So I prefer Yunnan because I always say Yunnan has a stronger character.
Okay.
That's why I got I messed up a few years ago on that
Still about the game,
that video on the game. I said, "Oh, this is the better tea," because taste-wise, it was the better tea. But it came from Yunnan. It was cheaper, so it was
You're
expensive.
still.
No,
you're still
just have a good mind. I just remember. I just remember it.
But so you're looking for more. So you're saying that if it's Yunnan, you'd expect it to be
stronger
in terms of taste or physicality.
Yeah, all of it. Character, stronger. The whole character of tea will be like. Whether with Fujian, I'm just gonna look for more delicate.
Yeah. In a way, I think of Fujian as being the in the same way Yiwu.
I'm gonna double.
Yiwu is light and floral, clean version of Pu'er.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yiwu is it's called the mother of Pu'ers.
Yeah, but Yunnan tends to have often more funk, more physicality with their white teas, I've found.
Compared with Fujian.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. See how you feel about it.
I mean, the color of the liquor is just like, it's just really good.
It does look quite aged.
But that's how they all look, you know.
So all Yunnan ones, or
no, the ones we had, they look the same. Like the ones we had from Yunnan or from Fujian, either being the aged ones or the Yunnan series, which have not been aged, there have been a yearly release.
They can have dark color. Cheers, everybody! Cheers.
Tastes aged. Wow.
So much I want to say about this, but I'm going to hold myself back.
Ultra autumnal.
Okay.
Mangoes. A bit of lychee.
Mangoes as in very sweet mangoes, sort of creamy mangoes, or
creamy mangoes. With mango ice cream.
Mango kulfi or something like that. More creamy mango. Yeah.
Reminds me of dry guava I had in Taiwan, and my crew had the.
It's funny how when you travel, son, you come back with all these different tasting notes. I get black currant cream candy. Like, you know those like little cream chews, like the creamy ones. So it's fruity but creamy. I'm getting melted butter and like panna cotta and creams. It's definitely creams and fruits.
Very soft, round. I'm kind of back on the pillow. Shaved milk. Very light.
Although I feel this tea is gonna be very buzzy.
What makes you say that?
I don't think it's gonna be like, relaxing. I feel the body sensation is gonna be like, quite energizing.
Why do you say that? What's triggering that in you?
I'm not sure. The taste.
What? I'm trying to get into his head.
Yeah.
The taste or the texture in the mouth? What?
Both texture and taste. Let me think about it. Let me put it into words. Right. Why do I feel that? So I've been drinking these teas for the last 7-8 years, and I know when I feel this character, this taste. I might not be good at expressing it and saying why, but then when I feel, I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna."
So it's something instinctive.
Yeah, it's something instinctive, and then now I have to think about it and articulate it properly.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting that right now, but I get the sense that it might be quite trippy.
A bit trippy, huh?
Yeah. I mean, we're using a lot of leaves.
Oh, standard.
Yeah, that's a full Gawan. Sam, you are the master of like feeling the Gawan too much.
No, I'm the master of overbrewing.
That as well.
But yeah, I'm surprised you're getting a buzziness already.
No, I'm not.
No, he's sensing that it will be buzzy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because of the character.
All right.
It has those like dark brown sugar, molasses sugar nose to it, and it's just like ooh.
Sweet, right? It's very sweet after
sweet.
A bit of dates.
Do you know what I
bit
found?
baked.
Dates, true.
Dates or baked?
Dates.
No, I was going to say it was a bit baked.
Baked.
Okay. Dates, yeah. So let's talk tasting notes. There's definitely dried fruits, right? Dates. We're definitely getting the blackcurrant cream. That is dark.
That's dark. And look at the...
Show the camera.
Look what's inside there. Like if you can
trichomes?
see. Yeah. The fingies are there. There's a lot of fingies.
A lot of trichomes. A lot of activity. Dark.
Yeah.
We are brewing strong. But it
the
still has a
aftertaste.
softness to it. It still really has a softness to it in the mouth. But then the aftertaste is sweet and a lot of physicality, right? Goes a bit dry, a bit tingly,
Pecan nuts.
juicy.
It's like sauna.
Yeah.
And you're pouring water on the stones.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're getting the minerals of the stones, the
minerals.
steam. It's definitely got some potency in terms of that minerality. There's a lot of movement in the mouth in terms of the dry to juicy to tingly. But overall still very soft and very, in a way, gentle. It's a sort of interesting mix.
Wow. That is crazy.
It's creamy. It's soft.
I'm getting a lot of
Which I'm
blackcurrant.
thinking maybe it's from Fujian, but at the same time, it has character, because I felt that character of like wanting like it's gonna be buzzy, so it could be from Yunnan. Go for it.
Rose hips.
Rosehip for sure.
Does have character.
It has character.
It's
definitely got character.
It's amazing how different
It's
the tastes are compared to this infusion and the first.
Yeah.
They're very different teas.
yeah.
It's strengthening up for sure.
Do you know what? If this is the new Yunnan series, like I might be one of the best.
Aftertaste. Smell the empty gong. Oh, that's too late.
I'm getting
too strong.
aftertaste. I'm getting a lot of nuts, like
Oh, interesting.
pecan, but at the same time buttery. You know, pecan butter. Not so much peanut butter, more almond butter.
For
Like
me,
it's
I'm
a number.
getting,
those
you know,
butter
those sugared
nuts.
almonds, you know, at weddings
Yeah.
that you get those white sugared almonds.
Never been at a wedding.
You've never been to a wedding. You've never been to a wedding,
don't
not
think
one
so.
wedding.
I don't think so.
I'll get married for you.
Yeah, let's get married
Thank
for
you,
you.
Sam.
Just so you can go to one.
Thank you, Sam.
Definitely, you're really good.
Sugared almonds, right?
But in between those two,
Yeah.
almond butter, sugar
Definitely
almonds.
butter, yeah.
Almond butter,
But
yeah.
it's more juicy, this infusion. So more of the black currants.
I'm getting loads of blackcurrant.
Yeah.
Loads of blackcurrant. And very sweet in the mouth. Very, very sweet. Very
Whoa.
juicy.
Do you know what? This tea, because remember we were talking about character? I feel like it has a transformational character. Every infusion was different. That's crazy. Even though it kept the essence, it's kind of like in 3 different directions. Every infusion. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It moves.
I'm getting a Hongkonese milk tea.
Oh yeah, definitely some milk, sweet milk, black milky teas,
With some
strong
caramel or something.
caramels in there. Definitely, dried mint is in there as well. I'm getting like that sort of warm, like mint humbugs, dried mint and caramel note to it.
Those classic caramels.
Yeah.
Like those old classic
Yeah.
caramels, like milky.
So it's really
caramel,
interesting, isn't it?
fudgy.
Because it's got a lot of sugary stuff like caramels and cream and candied almonds and things like that. But then the blackcurrant and the fruit and the minerality of the sauna. But there's also this thing that I was smelling before. This sort of quite and I talked about like yuzu and zest, but there's this little thing that is happening for me that I would associate with like hops. You know?
Ah, yeah. When you said that, I thought of Ancient Haze.
Yeah, so like
a hoppy.
Yeah.
It's got that little bit of hoppiness to it.
Grapefruitiness.
Yeah. And that's what I was picking up in the smell as well.
Wow. I love when people say a
Like
tasting
funky.
note and then it just shows straight up.
It's like boom. Yeah, you get this little zing
It's the best.
of grapefruit.
Yeah, some people can't accept that, I feel.
What do you mean?
They just have in their mind it's leaves and they stick with it tastes like tea. But if you open, if you expand what you think tea can be, and someone says a tasting note, it just makes things more enjoyable, I think.
It really is, but I find like it's quite an on-off thing, right? Like if you drink mindlessly, and I mean that in the negative sense, not like mindless as in sort of free, but mindlessly, like without thinking, it just tastes like tea, right? But it's when you focus in and it's sort of like a door that you need to go through. And once you go through that door, it's like, oh my God, there's so many flavor notes. But you've got to kind of pull back that curtain, right?
What's that called when that's actually a phenomenon called in the mind, right? When you don't know about something, but then you see it and then you see it everywhere. Oh, that's that.
Synchronicities?
Well, synchronicities and things like that, where you think about something and suddenly you see it everywhere.
So suddenly you see it everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that what you're talking about is just an awakening to like having a trust in being a bit freer in terms of your sense of taste.
Yeah. So if you take anything away from the video, maybe it should be think more like a child, more abstractly. Be open to being more creative.
So let's be creative about it. Let's think about the character of this tea.
Oh, right. Good.
Let's just like talk about the character of the tea. Oh, smell the empty gong dabba as well, yeah.
Incense in Camden, in the Camden market.
Right, head shop. Incense or...
It's a very specific, I don't know, it's like a...
Oh yeah, okay.
Like the stables.
Incense, but also I get some like dried apples and like some other stuff going on in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, right. There's a lot of dried fruits. There's a lot of dried fruit, dried apricots and...
So going beyond the taste and the aromatics and all the rest of it, we're going to keep drinking and you're going to sense the body sensation on this tea. But character.
So
let's talk male, female. We can sort of go down those lines.
All right.
I'm imagining like a cute, small, round bear, or maybe a big bear.
You've got an animal. That's fine. You can do
like
that.
But do you think the character is more feminine or masculine?
I'm not there yet, really. After this infusion, I'll let you know. What do you think?
I think it has more of a... Surprisingly, I would go for feminine.
Why? Because of the softness of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of that milky aroma.
Mother's milk.
It doesn't have that... yeah, it doesn't have that, like... spike.
It doesn't have the spike.
It doesn't have those, like, hedgehog...
Yeah.
You know, someone recently gave their own breast milk for me to make a matcha latte with. Anyway.
Ooh, that's a story. And what was that
please,
like?
if you come to Camden, please never...
Oh, so a client came into Camden and gave you breast milk to make... Wow.
Let's talk about it.
Wow.
I don't know that story.
That's definitely one to save up.
Okay, so... I don't know if this does have a gender.
Okay.
Maybe it's in the middle.
All right. Well, you remember all of these series, they have the floating lotus, right? It was like a butterfly and a plant.
Yeah.
Feather Maiden was like a maiden with a bird. You had, what was the first one? Flower crane, a flower and a bird. So yeah, it's you know.
It's abstract, yeah.
It's abstract.
Yeah. It is lifting the feeling of it's lifting. So maybe another animal in the sky or something high up.
Okay, a lifting quality.
Yeah.
Lifting quality.
Yeah, it's definitely not like a deep shome grounding.
Yeah.
It's very. I'm feeling it already. Actually.
Yeah, it's got a brightness to it, doesn't it?
So was I right about like giving you a buzz?
Yeah.
I'm very bad at feeling body sensation. For me it takes about an hour or so before.
I'm feeling it, but it's what I think I love about this tea is it's got a great combination of softness and gentleness, but then impact and energy.
Yes, that's why I can't decide on the gender. Yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of like a combination of soft and warming and inviting and pillow, right?
It's like a matcha latte.
But then quite...
I could go on a run right now.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Go on then. Out you go.
Go on then.
All right. Do you want me to tell you about this tea a little bit?
It's surprising because the first thing when I drank the second infusion, I thought about matcha latte. I didn't say it, but it's kind of like matcha gives you buzz, but at the same time it has the milkiness of the...
All right. Close your eyes. I'm going to show I'm going to show the cover to the people out there. There you go. That is the cover. All right. So I'll tell you about this tea.
It has nice... Even after this... Okay, we had a lot, but even after this many infusions, like it's so deep. It's like... It's one of my favorite scenes. If it's that series, it's one of my favorite right now.
Okay, it is that series. It's
like,
the Yunnan series.
It's one of my favorite right now. I don't know. I don't remember that perfectly, the other ones, but like it's good.
It's
like this
really
it's
complex.
Again, it's always one level
Yeah.
above. It's great. That's crazy.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Well, because this one is a different one. This is a blend. This is a blended
right.
tea. Okay, so this one is called Tumbling Forest.
Tumbling Forest. It makes sense now.
And it's a combination of two different teas.
Sam got the forest vibe, which is interesting.
So this is a Yongda white from old tea trees. Yongda is a place we've not... Because remember, most of our teas have come from Nanwo before.
Yeah.
Well, we've gone and found other areas. So this is Yongda Dashu, so an old tea trees. I can't remember the age, but old. But then it's also got mixed in with the Agushu Iwu, right? So it's a Agushu Iwu, but from the Yashang variety. So it's a wild. So that ancient haze wildness. So we've got wild tea trees from Iwu.
Wow.
That's why it's so
mixed
different.
with a Yongda white. And that's the cover. So you can
Oh
see
my god,
it.
it looks like the first one. Similar.
Wow.
It has the same
So
color.
it's got the dancer.
It's a bonsai.
It's
a bonsai dancer.
It's the ballet dancer.
Okay, so I was right about the
seen.
feminine.
Wow.
But because it's you, it's just interesting. It was tricky because it has that, like I said, like feminine aspect to it, like because from you,
it's soft.
But then there's also
But the
other
wildness of
nature.
it, the wildness of it. I think that's what's really interesting to me is that it's Iwu and it's Gushu Iwu, so it's old Iwu trees. So you've got that you know, that Iwu character, sweet, soft.
This is 2024.
It's a
It doesn't
2024.
taste like 2024.
Yeah, it's a 2024. I'll tell you.
This is crazy.
That's what I was thinking.
This is crazy.
So this is
crazy.
This is 300-year-old wild Yashang trees from Iwu. So that's so it's like that's the weird thing, right? Iwu, 300-year-old, like amazing, but then Yashang, so like that wild quality, and I think that's what is so interesting about this sort of that little character, that little edge. It sort of reminds me of. I don't know. It's like it's you know when something is wild. What's fascinating? So the Yongda is 150-year-old from Linsang. So the Linsang gives it that brightness, right? But the what I find fascinating about wild is a lot of people think that wild means it's going to be aggressive, right? But in fact, wild tends to have a softer, sort of like a soft defiance about it. It's like soft, but a bit like not... it's not going to give you everything in one go. It's like, you know, it's the difference between a feral cat and a domesticated cat, right? The feral cat might hiss a bit or whatever. It's not going to come to you. It's not going to give you everything. It takes time with this tea. And I think that build quality of this tea, we talked about it, like how it sort of shifts and changes, is really interesting. And the blend is very, you know, it obviously adds to that complexity. But I think it's a very different character to the other ones we've had in that series. Anyway, we'll keep brewing it.
That's. I'm very actually tea drunk already. Just gotta say.
That's the thing here. Like this has a different character than all of those. That's why it got a little bit like confusing, thinking like, oh, is it that series? But why does it taste like so different in so many directions than the previous ones?
So a combination of different blends of different areas and different types of tea tree as well. So the wilder versus
I'll say straight on, this is the best in the series. This is the best by far.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is a lot more expensive.
I haven't priced it up yet.
Okay.
But I would agree. I think that this is like, for me, it's like, it's really taking the series to another level.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that. How you come up with ideas?
No, it's just about tasting what's out there and going, ooh, that would work.
Could be a good blend.
Because when I tasted that Iwu Wild, I was like, wow. What I found amazing about that Iwu Wild when I tasted it was I could taste the wild quality of it, and I could taste the age, and I could taste the sort of soft, rich Iwu quality of it, that nature, that sweetness. But what it lacked was a little bit of an edginess. And that's why when I tasted the Linsang, I was like, those two, that's going to make a very whole character.
Oh, right. So I'm curious, like people are probably curious as well. Like, so this is how you get samples of all these teas. Yeah. You drink, and then at some point, by drinking them multiple times, because I'm not sure, like, or is it like an instant? Oh my God, this is gonna make...
It's instantly like, I know I like that tea.
And then you set them apart to the light bits?
Yeah, I set them apart to the light bits, but I always felt that the Iwu, this is what I'm saying, it's a very interesting thing, is that a lot of people think...
Look at that color. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people think that wild will mean aggressive, but actually wild actually creates a very gentle tea, you know? It's got a lot of complexity, but it's a sort of soft and gentle in its own way. And the Yongda Linsang being that little bit more astringency, a little bit more push to it, I think that just really brings the character all together. Yeah,
it's like jiggly. It's like, what's that thing called that's jiggly?
I'm really feeling this.
Jelly, yeah, it's like strong. Jelly. It's like
it's
jelly.
Strong. But how would you describe the sense, the feeling of it? Because it's a different kind of feeling as well. For me, at least.
Yeah, I can. It's like my senses are very aware. 360.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite awakening.
Very awakening.
It's an awakening, but not like too energizing in the sense of like, oh my God, I feel like I need to burn energy. It just feels very awakening to me, which is why I think that sort of that character leaping in the air and the tumbling forest. I just get so much of that forest nature
for sure
in there.
Say dancing in the forest in the rain.
Yeah, exactly.
But also with a cherry blossom feel to it, like an Acer. Is that an Acer? Possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, with cherry blossoms.
Yeah, and it's still got so much sweetness in the mouth, right? It's still got so much fruits and sweetness. It's got a lot going on. Anyway, Tumbling Forest is out now when you watch this. Not out now, but it will be out when this video comes out. A progression in the series, I think. It's going to be hard to figure out where to go next, to be honest with you. But that's always the way you got to do it.
Yeah. Like more of the same. Like if it keeps going in this direction and just goes more of similar to this one.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
Who knows?
It reached some pinnacles.
It's so great that we're three very different people, but we bond over tea. We're very different. But we're friends because of leaves. It's magic.
Of the trees.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are of the trees.
Yeah, you did that video about bonding.
He wants
how
to hug. I can feel he's in a
He
hugging
wants
mode.
to
He wants to hug it out.
I want to hug them run.
Anyway, let us know how you feel if you pick this up. It definitely is quite a unique, transformative brew, and yeah, I'm very, very happy that we managed to find these leaves in Yongda and Iwu, and we'll see what happens next in this series. That's it, tea heads. Check out our other videos, taste our teas wherever you're on the world by browsing mayleaf.com, and come visit us if you're ever in London. Other than that, this is Sam, this is Adrian, and I'm Don from Mayleaf. Thank you for being part of the revelation of true tea. Stay away from those tea bags. Do we need to keep saying that? And spread the word, because nobody deserves bad tea.